Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are kayaking.
Just started last year cleaning. So they do a thing with Island one as well. So we definitely won't be doing that. Keep far away. Guys, this is Ted's Beach here. This is named after Edward Hofto, he was the chief engineer of the Hydro Gordon scheme.
Edward who?
Edward Hofto. Yeah. So this is called Ted's Beach after Edward.
Okay.
And he believed if you scrubbed the vegetation back, after a few years a beach would appear. And they all said, "Come on, Ted, that'll never happen." And so, but he did it, and then a few years later the beach started appearing, so they called it Ted's Beach.
Oh, good.
So he was a bit of a naturalist and an outdoorsman.
Don't worry about that.
Over there, the boardwalk you can see is for the Pedder Angling Society, for the Anglers Club. So they actually built it as part of the fishing community, so that they can moor their boats over there and walk down. When they've got the fishing comps on, they can just pull in here and come and have lunch here if the weather's bad. Spot, which is and that works really well. All right, I'll shut up the band, ladies and gentlemen. Head on down to the boats. Grab yourself a red paddler. I've got a bit of sunscreen too if anyone needs that later on. Sunscreen, a bit ambitious for today, but
Always good to be prepared.
yeah, well, you never know out here. It's and you do get burnt on days like this in Tassie. All right. First thing we might do is get a group photo. So I might get all of you just lined up there, facing me. This is also for insurance purposes to prove I had you at this point.
I really did have four.
Yeah, there was four at the start. Alright, on the count of three, big smiles. We'll say tea tree. 1, 2, 3.
Tea tree.
Alright, one with the hands in the air. Woo! Beautiful.
Love the hands in the air, those footy photos. They always block out the bloke from behind.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Only in the front row that plays footy.
We don't talk about football. I'm a Cats supporter.
Okay.
We fell over.
I'd like to see Melbourne.
I'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. So everyone needs to have a go at winning, and I think it's their turn, isn't it?
Obviously.
I've got some. So I'll take photos. I'll put them on Facebook this afternoon, and you can all access those just via the Facebook page for Tassie Bound. So yeah, you can share them with your friends, and your friends can share them, and
take photos off.
yeah, and I can send you some on email if you want them clearer. I'll just shoot you a few of the best ones. So
Who doesn't do Facebook?
yeah, oh okay.
I don't do that.
No worries. Well, happy birthday again, mate. And,
Happy birthday.
Lake Pedder. What a thing to do on your birthday.
Yeah, you've got a piece of string, have you? This birthday's going to pull me along.
Yeah, that's right. See, yeah, the tether.
Yeah,
always all kayak guides should have one of those. We don't usually tell people about them because we don't want people going, "Can you tow me?" But I can tow you officially. So have a look behind us, ladies and gentlemen. These are Hobies. They're sit-on-top kayaks, super stable, deluxe seats, so they have you in a really nice, comfortable position, and they hold your lower back. So it's a really nice way to get along. They're not slow, but they're not the fastest thing in the world either, but they track quite well. If you're used to a rudder kayak, then they will go all over the place. You have to sort of just focus on going in a straight line. So that's what we're doing today. The beauty, as I said, about sit-on tops is if you fall out, you simply get back on. If you fall out, your motivation is the water's cold, okay? So you're probably going to flip that boat back over and jump back on like a seal, okay? But if you haven't done it before, the first thing you want to do is hold on to your gear. So hold on to your paddle, hold on to your kayak. If you get separated, it's a lot harder to save you. So try and keep everything together. Secondly, flipping your kayak over, because it will be upside down potentially, by grabbing the inside of the deck and just pushing up, that'll flip it over.
Yep.
Self-rescue is the best, so if you can get back on yourself, happy days. Assisted rescue is where I come over and help you get back in. If that happens, just listen to what I've got to say and I'll direct you on what to do. But yeah, self-rescue, the best thing for you guys, get yourself back on. Once your boat's flipped up the right way, we want to bring our legs up behind us like we're swimming freestyle or breaststroke. We want to swim back up onto the deck of the kayak, chest first, okay? So we want to bring our arms over and pull our chest back onto the seat, okay? That's the hardest part. Once we've got our chest on the seat, then we just flick our legs around. It's not glamorous. I won't take too many photos. And then we want to basically just push our chest up like an upward dog, if for you guys that do yoga, flipping back around onto your bottom. So that's how we do it. I'm quite strong, so if you need me, I can actually physically pull you out of the water as well, but I don't like to do it. Sometimes you might hit your chin on the side of the kayak as I'm pulling you in, so it's probably best to try and do it yourself if you can. Right.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
We don't have many capsizes on this lake, maybe 2 or 3 a year, but it's generally heavier clients, so you know, people well over the 100 kilos,
Yep.
that maybe not so fit, windy conditions, that's the sort of thing. But today I think we'll be fine. Alright, so we're going to hold our paddles, ladies and gentlemen, about a shoulder length apart, and you want your fists forward, okay? Give yourselves a bit more space so we don't friendly fire. Now, kayaking is a full body exercise. When we sit in our craft today, we'll have our feet wedged in those little cutouts at the front. Your knees want to be just slightly bent in a comfortable position. You want to be leaning forward, okay? If we're leaning back today and we're doing these ones, you will find that your lower back will start to get a bit sore, okay? We want to engage those legs and we want to engage those arms and also the core of your body, okay, by twisting from side to side. So that's how we're going to do it. So, our first thing is to grab the water, catch the water with the right paddle and pull through with the right hand. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm actually twisting my torso and I'm engaging the leg on that same side by pushing, putting pressure in that little cutout, okay? I liken it to paddling and headling, okay? So we're not just paddling today, we're actually riding our bikes as well. We're using those legs, okay? If you stop using your legs, you're going to have sore arms tomorrow, okay? So make sure our technique involves the twisting of the torso and engaging those legs on the deck as well, okay? That's our forward paddle, ladies and gentlemen, pretty easy. That's going to get us forward. Now, if we want to slow down on the lake, just don't paddle. Stop paddling, you'll eventually stop, okay? But the good technique, if you're on the river, is to back paddle, okay? So pushing that water instead of pulling on the water, okay? So it's just the reverse of actually kayaking forward, is back paddling, okay? That's how we slow down. And how do we turn? On a lake, most people just put a couple more turns or strokes on one side, okay? And they'll start to turn. Alternatively, if we're in our boat here, we can drop our paddle behind us, okay? That's a rudder, and we can use that rudder to work out where we're going to go, okay? So you can do it on the right, or you can do it on the left. If you want that to be more an extreme turn, we drop our rudder, and we can actually do it what's called a sweep stroke, which takes us all the way around, okay? So you can practice those things today when we're on the water. And lastly, with those strokes, the Duffic Stroke is one of the best ones that you guys can do today. If I'm about to fall out, I can use the back of the blade to help assist with stability, okay? So I can slap the water and I can actually lean on that, okay, which is pretty cool. You can only lean on it for a second though, because you don't want to do it for too long. I've seen people do this one and they go straight in. So just remember, you do have the back of the paddle to help you with stability, and you can slap the water to give yourself resistance and pop yourself up. Okay?
Duffy, did you say?
That's a Duffic Stroke.
Duffic.
Yeah, but they call it, a simplified version is a slap stroke.
Yeah.
So that, and that's a good way to remember it, just make a slap on the water. And that can assist you with stability. Now, probably the most important thing is it's a large lake and wind is the biggest factor as far as safety. So today, if it gets really windy, what I might do is I'll blow my whistle and I'll give you the helicopter signal. Okay, that just means raft up. Okay, so rafting up is everyone together holding on to each other's paddles. Okay, or you can hold on to the boat next to you, whatever you want to do. But as long as we can join into a raft, it doesn't matter where we get blown off to, we're all together and we're all safe. Okay, so that's fine. Rafting up is a really good thing to do, especially on oceans and things like that. It's a really nice way to keep everyone together. So once again, I'll blow my whistle, and I'm not calling the helicopter, but I'm turning into one. So everyone can raft up together. All right. Another thing, on the lake, we might get separated by 50 metres or 100 metres, and you might not be able to hear what I'm saying. This is a very good signal, and it's worldwide, kayaking all around the world. So if I want your attention, I'll just do this one, and I'll point to you, and I'll be asking, are you okay? All right. And in response, you simply give me the I'm okay, thank you very much. So it's a question and an answer, and we can communicate from several hundred metres away. I know that you're all okay, all right? If we're not okay, what do? Scream and wave, okay? If there's any language barriers that cuts through that, so we all know what that means, help, okay? Let's try and stay together today as a group if we can. The idea is we're going to head out around that headland there. We're going to turn right. We're going to head up this nice coastline here. After about 15 minutes, we'll see how everyone's feeling, and then we'll attempt to cross over to the western shore. only about 100 metres wide.
Okay.
So, and that's where you'll find some of the original huon pine still growing on the lake. So it's about the only place on this whole lake where you find huon pine still growing. And as pointed out by one of the guests before, there is actually a waterfall.
Okay.
Which runs in the winter time. So now, up the top of Mount Sprint, you might actually, if you get a bit closer, some days you can hear the water running off the waterfalls up in the mountain there. So very cool. So over here we have Wilmot Island, ladies and gentlemen. Wilmot Island guards what we call Wilmot Bay. A lot of the islands are named after the bays out here that they guard. So to give you an example of scale, if you were to paddle from one end of Wilmot Bay to the other, it would take you about 7 hours on the kayak.
Oh.
So that's the bay behind the island out there. And that's just one small part of Lake Pedder. It's massive. I'll get out of your way there, mate.